How are you doing today? How are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine, Chair, but my Wi-Fi is not available, so I'm using with internet connections, and
Oh, I see.
it is raining.
It's raining?
Yeah, it is raining outside, Chair.
Yes. But the connection is great. I mean, I can hear it very well. Hopefully it will great until our class is finished.
Sure, I might leave because me like
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So we'll just start with the warming up. So before we warm up the memories, what did we learn last week? You remember?
Nope.
No? Okay. We learned about, I did not. Did you attend the class at the time? Oh, I know. Firstly, you attend, then I think your Wi-Fi went out.
Yes.
Yeah. And Minka was the only one. Okay. So I prepared for all of you to review this one. And last week I taught about reviewing the books. So I got there will be like 5 or 6 papers about the rules and something, but I just would like to get it a little shorter, so I prepared the PowerPoint for you guys. Now let's see PowerPoint. Let me share. This one I prepared for you guys for the writing book review. Okay, before we start these things, I would like to make a little speaker practice with you guys. And I think we are talking about jobs. We'll talk for a minute, okay? I'll share that. Okay, I got 3 students right now. I will start with Fino. Hello, Fino.
Hello, Chair.
How are you today?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good. All right. Okay, so can you talk about the most dangerous job? According to your idea, what would be the most dangerous job?
Yes, the most dangerous jobs are mining.
Yes.
Yeah, mining.
Mining job? Why do you think so?
Job. Because it is under the ground and
yes,
like gas is can gas are very dangerous for people.
Yes. Okay, next one. Not.
Yes.
Can you please talk about your dream job?
My dream job is to be a teacher like you guys.
Wanna be a teacher?
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Because it brings like joy to me because after teaching a person or like
yes.
Yeah, it brings joy to my face. So yes, that's why.
Okay. So what kind of teacher would you like to be? I mean, what kind of subject would you like to teach? Or do you have anything else?
I would like to teach in a history department.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Wana. And Minka. Minka, so according to the situation and in Myanmar, what would be the well-paid jobs? How do you think? Maybe you may think about before this pandemic, before this pandemic era, before these pandemic years, what would be the most well-paid jobs?
I'm not really sure, but
Yes. Just tell me your idea.
I guess car selling or car dealerships, like, or maybe
Maybe manager, project manager.
yeah, managers.
All right. Thank you. And Dura. Hello, Mr. Dura. Are you still there? Oh, they don't tell you yet. Let me see. Oh, Zolinton. Hello, Mr. Zolinton. Long time no see.
Yes, hello.
Where have you been? What have you been doing?
The lights went out.
The light went out. Okay, that's the reason. And I know that the light went out and the Wi-Fi is not okay, and it will be very difficult to join the online classes. I know that. Okay, Mr. Dura, hello, are you there? Right. Oh, okay, he's out and Mr. Solito is in. Okay, Mr. Solito, we are practicing some question concerning with jobs. Okay, can you talk about the okay, can you talk about who are better bosses, men or women? How do you think? How do you think?
Sorry, but about that,
Yeah,
man, I don't really
no idea. You don't have idea.
know because men and women, I think they're all equal.
Yeah.
Women can do what men can do, and men can do what women
Okay.
can do.
Okay. Okay, then I will change the question. Can you talk about the most boring jobs for you?
The most boring job for me is a receptionist.
To be the receptionist. Why?
You're just sitting there and
Yeah.
taking information from people
Mm-hmm.
and writing them down, and it's pretty
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah. Okay.
It's same thing every day.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Hello, Mr. Durabio. Are you there again?
Yes.
All right. So my question to you is, what is your dream job?
Programmer, because I interested to create a software.
Okay, programmer. So are you
Yes.
now focusing on any programming language?
Yeah.
What is
Yes.
it? Java.
Now I'm studying about C++.
Oh, okay. Is that a programming language?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, okay. For what we can use this language? For example, we use Java or something like this to
Yeah, Java,
create.
Python.
Yeah, Python. Yes,
They are a part of a programming language.
I see. I see. Okay, great. Who's left? Nobody. All right. Now I'm gonna So yeah, last week we learned about writing a book review. But I know that as you all, most of you absent the class at the time, I prepared something to make an overview or recap my lessons. That this is the PowerPoint I prepared you for you guys. So we writing a book review. What kind of thing will we need? Now, before reading, we have to write some question based on the list above. Okay. So why has it is not about following, but why has the book been written? Why has the book been written? You have to find the reason why the author wrote that book. And next one is why was it written? You have to discover about it. And usually you will see behind the cover of the book, you will see this one. And what is the scope of the book? What is the intention, what they want to say, and who is the intended audience? Is intended audience for the young people, or for the children, or for the adult people? Okay, next one is how accurate is the other content? But you don't have to care so much about this one. It's fine. How is evidence used? So you have to use some evidence in order, you have to explore some evidence that the author said. And are there any omissions? If the author is implying something in the story, you have to think about it. You have to brainstorm. You have to brainstorm for that thing. Are there any omission in the book or like this in the story? Okay, and you have to find out about the other qualifications, background, affiliations, and other works. But you have to just only focus on finding out qualification and background. These are important. So when you are reading a book, so you're gonna review the book, you have to pay attention to introducing and the preface. Preface is usually written by, not usually, every time written by other famous author. Oh, okay, okay. Anything?
Connection is really bad. It keep quitting and entering again.
Okay, I see.
Sorry,
Then,
Bridget.
yeah, it's all right. It's all right. If you can catch it or not catch it, you may. If you are not okay to continue to join in the lesson, you may review or you may learn it via the video screencast. Okay.
Yeah, I will try to keep entering the lesson today.
Thank you, Minka. Okay, let's move on.
Yes, sir.
Firstly, you have to pay attention to the introduction and preface. Okay, preface means before the actual story or before the actual how can I say, this is article. Before the actual article is coming, there will be preface. In Burmese, we call prefaces Tagachi or Amaza or something like this. So usually written by other famous author related to the actual author. And next one is you have to look at the table content and book structure. And you can give if you see the content and the book structure, you can see a quick overview of the content. Okay. And you do not skip the abstracts and summary. You have to read from the start. Okay. Do not skip the abstract and summary. You need to because they are a quick way to get an overview of the book. Firstly, you have to write the overview, of course, and take notes and highlight major points, the sources used, and the logic of the argument presented. So while you are reading, you have to highlight the major points or the sources used from the book. You have to highlight it and note whether the information is new. Is the author refuting earlier works, building on others' idea, or rehearsing an earlier piece of work? So if the author is doing the new point of view or the same point of view on another on other earlier piece of work, you have to learn about this. Okay, so if that thing is already done in the past by other writer, but he is reviewing or he is just telling again, you have to note it down. After reading, you have to use your note, evaluate the book, and then you need to use your other sources and decide recommendation you would make to readers about the different aspects, and include its readability. And I think after reading, you have to decide whether it is a good book or not. You're gonna have to recommend this one to the reader. So if this book is not good for the reader, you have to say you don't recommend this book because of these things. You have to give the reason why you don't recommend. If you recommend the book to read to the readers, and you have to say you recommend the book, why, you have to give the reason why you recommend the book. Okay, now we go to the major part, structuring the book review. Okay, firstly, your introduction. So there will be, as just like your essay, there will be 3 parts: introduction, and the body of your review, and the conclusion. So introduction, you have to your overall impression of the book. You have to write the overall impression of the book, and the statement about the author, and the statement on the purpose of the book, the statement of the significance of the work, a comment about the relationship between the work and other. And structuring the book. Okay, so this is the body of your review. So you have to say the greater detail on the other's thesis and the summary of the main point, evaluation of the strength, weaknesses, and then contribution or bias. Contribution or bias, do you know this one? Contribution means the book, if the book is balanced with the real world, or if the book is just only the other idea, you have to mention it. And the evidence, that is the basis of your critic. And you have to take out some evidence from the book. And structuring the book review, the conclusion. So the conclusion, you have to say the final assessment. You have to write down your final assessment, and you restate the overall impression from your introduction, and you restate your recommendation. So do you recommend this book or not? You have to say. But one more thing is you shouldn't include the new information. Okay, you have to say all the things that you want to say in the introduction or the body paragraph, but in conclusion, you don't mention any new idea or any new information apart from the body paragraph and the introduction. And reference list, you have to mention the reference list, and you already done this one with teacher rules. I know that, so you know how to mention the reference list, right? Okay, that's all. I'm gonna show the example. Example lip and no? Firstly, we already done this one. This is the book review, and I let you divide what is the introduction and the body and the conclusion. Now you read the second one and you divide what is introduction and then the body and the conclusion. Okay, so please read this one, please.
Gotcha.
Have you finished?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And okay, can you tell me what is introduction in this review?
My all-time favorite book of the year was Soldier X to World War II.
Okay.
That's the introduction.
Yes. According to this reviewer, the book is recommended or not?
I think the book is recommended.
Yes, the book is recommended. Thank you. Anyone have finished? Anyone else?
Yes, I finished.
That's it.
Okay. Okay. So can you guys tell me what is the conclusion of this review?
The conclusion is that the writer recommends the book
Yes.
and it has various moods and character traits.
Yes.
Also, it's educational.
Oral educational and various mode in characteristic trait. Thank you. Now we're gonna do the actual recommendation on the short story. This is a recommendation, but what I mentioned you as a stretcher, this is upgraded one, and this the thing that I show you here is a little, how can I say? It is a little easier than the rules, because in the rule you have to review the actual book. Maybe it's about 160 pages or 170 pages. You have to read it and then you have to make this review. But according to the sake of time, and as you are just okay, now we are just practicing the start of the review, so I just go with the easier one. So this one, as you see, you have to mention the title, the author, and the genre. Genre is mean the kind of book. Is a historical fiction action. Here the story genre is historical fiction. Now I'm gonna give you guys a file. It was just only 4 pages long. I'm gonna share it. Stop here. And then I share it. After 20 years. Okay, now I drag and drop a file. After 20 years, you will see a PDF on your Viber group. Please check this one and read it by yourself. After you have read it, and we will discuss about the story. After that, you have to write down the overview, sorry, the book review for this story. Do you see the file?
Yes.
Okay. Then please download it and see it, read it. Or just only have 4 pages. If you have finished the first page and the second page, let me know. Mika, are you okay to read it?
Yeah, sure, I'm okay with it.
All right, then please read the first page and the second page. How many pages have you read it? You know, how many pages have you read it?
1.5.
One.
Okay. Hello, Solito. How many pages have you read it?
I've read 1 page.
Okay. Fine. How many pages have you finished?
I just finished now.
Okay. You just finished now, Mr. Torinto?
Yes. Yes, I've finished it
Okay.
just now.
Okay. Yes. And how about Raphael?
I finished 2 pages.
So fourth, where are you right now? Page
Two.
3.
No.
Sorry?
I started to read 3 pages right now.
Okay. Okay. The third one. The third pages. The third page. Okay,
Yes,
Fino,
teacher.
how about you? Thank you, Dura.
All finish. Finish all.
Okay. You are finished. Minka?
Yeah.
I finished half, 2 pages and half. So
Okay, 2 pages and a half. Okay. So, Mr. Tolinto, I guess you missed the first class. I mean, the previous class. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Could you please? I will share this again. I will share this. Could you please review the rules? In fact, I already shared it on the group, but I just shared it again because you will have to take time to find my file again. That's why. How to write a book review. So please see a quick review. Then you may take examples. You may learn the example reviews, and then after that we will discuss about the story. Then you may write the review.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Fino, have you finished? Oh, where is Fino? Oh, yes. Fino.
Yes, Jay.
Okay, you are finished right now. And
Yes, Jay.
how about Mr. Durapio?
Yes, yeah, I finished.
Okay. Minka?
Yes, sure. I finished.
All right, let's discuss a little bit about this story. Now you're gonna have to write a story overview. So firstly, you have to write the title, and then next, what is next? The name of the other. So I think the name of the other has a mention or ordinary. Yes, it's mentioned at on the top of the page, and you have to describe whether the story, the general of the story, is the action or the drama or something like this. Okay, you have to divide. And is a fiction or non-fiction, you have to divide. So if we say fiction, these are the books that is written about the story based the story which is not real in the real world. This is just only the story of the other, or the story of the other in other heads or something like this is creation. If we say non-fiction story, so non-fiction stories are the actual true story. Not true story, I can say non-fiction stories are the story that is okay, that talk about the ideas, the education, or the inspiration books. Okay, so how do you think of this story? Is it a fiction story or non-fiction story? All of you, how do you think? Is a fiction story or non-fiction story? No.
I think it's a non-fiction.
Okay, you think non-fiction story? You know.
Non-fiction story.
Okay, you think non-fiction story. Okay, I will explain in Burmese what is the difference between the fiction and non-fiction. Fiction story ကကြတော့ဒီကျတော့ရတာတွေပေးတဲ့ story မျိုးပြောတာเนาะဥပမာဆိုရှင်ဒီ writer ရဲ့ idea ဒါမှမဟုတ် writer ကနေပြီးတော့သူကဖန်တီးထားတဲ့ story ပေါ့เนาะအဲ့ဒါမျိုးဆိုလို့ရှင် fiction လို့ခေါ်တယ်ဥပမာဆရာမင်းလူတို့မြန်မာပြည်မှာဆိုရင်ဆရာမင်းလူတို့ပြောရတဲ့အခါကျတော့ရှင်ဆရာဘယ်လိုရှိမလဲဆိုတော့ရှိပါတယ်အများကြီးပဲဆရာဖုံးအဲ့ဆရာနာမည်မေ့သွားတယ်ပြီးတော့တခြားဆရာရှိမှာပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒီစာရေးဆရာရဲ့ကြတော့အဓိကဘာရေးရဆိုရင် fiction books တွေရေးတာပေါ့နော်သူတို့က story လေးတွေဥပမာဆိုရှင်story နာမည်လေးနဲ့လာတယ်ဒါဆို drama ဆိုရှင်လွမ်းစရာဆွေးစရာဘာညာပေါ့နော်အဲ့လိုမျိုး story လေးတွေကိုရေးတာပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ non fiction ကြတော့ဘယ်ပုံစံလဲဆိုတော့ကိုယ့်ရဲ့တိုးတက်ရေးတို့အောင်မြင်ရေးတို့ပေါ့နော်ပြီးတော့တဲ့အခါကျတော့ရှင် idea တွေကိုပြောတဲ့ဟာတွေပေါ့နော်ဥပမာ seven habits of for the teenage ဆိုရှင် teenager တွေအတွက်လိုအပ်တဲ့9ချက်ပေါ့နော်ဒါကိုပြန်ပြီးတော့ပြကြုံရနေပြီးတော့ရတာမြတ်စုတားရွှေဘူးဆိုပြီးတော့ဘာသာပြန်ထားရလို့ရှိတယ်အဲ့တော့အဲ့တားရွှေဘူးဆိုရဲဒီအဲ့လိုမျိုးစာအုပ်တွေပေါ့နော်အဲ့စာအုပ်တွေဆို non fiction စာအုပ်တွေပေါ့နော်ကျတို့ရတာကိုပေးတာမဟုတ်ဘဲနဲ့တုတ္တကိုပေးတာပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒါဆိုလို့ရှင် non fiction စာအုပ်တွေပေါ့နော်ဒါဆိုဒီ story က fiction ဖြစ်မလား non fiction ဖြစ်မလား
Fiction.
fiction ဖြစ်မှာပေါ့နော်ဘာလို့လဲဆိုတော့ဒါ writer ရဲ့ creation ပဲ okay ဒါဆိုရင် the general က fiction ပေါ့နော် fiction မှာဘယ်လို fiction မျိုးလဲ drama fiction လား action fiction လားဒါမှမဟုတ် comedy fiction လားဘယ်လိုမျိုးလဲ drama ဆိုလို့ရှိရင် do you know the kinds of the things like maybe when you watch a movie for example when you watch a movie it is about like fighting and like somebody is in the war or the soldier's life so this is action okay this is action and one it is very funny and this is a movie is very funny and this is comedy movie and when we see this is the family life or the relationship between two people maybe two friends or two loved so these are drama. How do you think of this story? Okay, it is fishing. You are right. And it is that action?
Drummer,
Do
I
you think
guess.
it's action? Yeah, sorry.
Drummers.
Drummer?
Drummers.
Yes, drummer. Yes. Yes, it is drama. And now, so we know about the story genre. Story genre is drama fiction. All right. Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about the story? I will ask you some questions concerning with the story. First question is, how many characters are there in the story? How many
Three.
characters?
No, four corridors.
Four characters. Okay, three or
Yes,
four.
four.
So who are they?
Police officer,
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, Bob,
Yes,
and Jimmy in disguise.
Jimmy in disguise. Okay, great. Jimmy in disguise, of course. And so they're just three. So who for I hear that there were four people. Who are they?
Yes. The first is cop,
Mhm.
and the second is and the second
Stranger?
is the strangers, and another is Jimmy. But then the last one is the one who came to meet the stranger.
Okay. Okay. In fact, there are just only three persons in the story. The first one is, yes, you all are right, the cop. So the cop is the same in the okay, his name is who? What is his name? Mr. Zolington, what is his name? A cop name. The first cop name.
I don't know his name.
There were just only three corridors. The story starts with the cop, right? So what is the name of this cop? Do you know? Finally, they talk about this. Jimmy. Yes, Jimmy is the first cop. And Bob is Jimmy's friend. And the last one is Jimmy in disguise. So the person who acts or who acts like Jimmy, actually not. Okay, do you see? Okay, anything to say? Do you understand the story, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand the story?
Yes, Chair.
All right. Okay, so this time it's time to write down the review. But before we write down the review, I would like to remind you one thing. So the difference between the summary and the give it a review is when you say the summary, you talk the end, okay? You mention what happened in the end. But in this review, you don't have to mention what happened in the end because you have to draw the attention of the reader who read the review, okay? So if they read your review and they have to in their mind, they should better think or they should better wonder about what will be in the end. So that is the point. So you never mention what happened in the end in the book review, okay? All right, now you may start it and you may inspire some of the writing style from the ASMR I gave it to you. Then please write a review for this one. If you have some questions, do not hesitate to ask me. And please don't forget to mention, do you recommend to read this story or not?
Em có được video à?
Hello? Have you finished introduction? Guys, have you finished your introduction?
No, Chair.
Yes? Have you finished your introduction of the review?
Not sure, but
Yes, 3 sentences.
Yes, it's just 3 sentences. Have you finished?
Not finished.
Not yet? Okay, keep on, please.
so in the Word file that you sent, there's a book review at the last page, right?
Yes. Yes, you
And
may inspire. Yes.
there's only one paragraph.
Yes, this is only one paragraph and I'm asking about introduction part. It's fine. If you just write it down into one paragraph, it's fine. But you have 3 parts, right? In this the passage, in this passage, you may see the 3 parts. The first one is the introduction. You will see 1 line or 2 line is introduction. And the second one is I think in the review I sent to you, the introduction will be why does he like this book, right? Just this one. Oh yeah, here is overview. The story is about teenager named Eric. I'm going to share this. Here is overview. You have to put overview. So firstly, you introduce about the story or the book. Then you have to say the story is about teenager named Eric that was supposed to join the Germany army during World War II. So this one is the overview of this story. You also have to mention the overview of the story. What is it about? So this is the introduction part, and then Eric didn't even experience shooting. It start from this one, more detail, and this is story part. After that, you may see the conclusion. In conclusion, this conclusion is very short one, but you may expand your conclusion. You talk about the story overview, restatement again, and then you have to say you have to mention whether you recommend the story to read or not, like this. Okay.
Okay. Sure, I finished writing the intro.
Okay.
Do I send it in Viber?
Yes. It's all right if you are okay to send me on this chat. Zoom chat is fine too. If you would like to send on Viber, it's fine too. I will check it for you. Where would you like to send?
I can send it here.
Okay, please do. Great. 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 The promise to the promise, right? The promise to meet after 20 years. That is great. Yes. Nice. So please keep on to the body part of the review.
Yeah, actually.
Yes. Yes, that's really great. Fino, have you finished? Have you finished introduction?
Yes, Jeff.
Okay. Could you please send it to me? I can check it for you. All right. For someone on the whole and night who want to tell on the restaurant. ဒီနေရာလေးမှာလေဒီနေရာကောင်းတယ်နော်ဒီမှာကတချို့တို့နည်းနည်းလေးပဲပြင်ရမယ် I want to tell you about that book which is after 20 years ဆိုနေရာမှာလေ which is called လို့ပြင်ပြပါနော်ဒါမှသူကနာမည်ဆိုတာသိမှာဟုတ် which is called yes after 20 years and the book begin with the cops search for ဒါဆိုရင်တချို့တော့ဒါ action ကိုပြောနေရဆိုတော့လေ cop searching for လို့ရေးလိုက်ပုံပါနော် searching for someone on the cold and dark night he went into a town and found a restaurant and talked to Jimmy နေရာမှာကကြတော့သူ Jimmy က cop ကိုယ်တိုင်ပဲလေ cop က Jimmy ပဲအဲ့လိုဆိုသူကဘယ်သူနဲ့စကားပြောတာလို့ပြောချင်တာလဲခင်ဗျာ
စားတောက်ဆိုင်
စားတောက်ဆိုင်ရှိမှာရဲဆောင်နေရလူကိုပြောရလားဟုတ်လား
ဟုတ်တယ် Jeff
အဲ့ဆိုစားတောက်ဆိုင်ရှိမှာရဲဆောင်နေတဲ့သူက Jimmy မဟုတ်ဘူးသူက Bob လေဒါပေမဲ့တချို့ Bob ဆိုတာကိုဖျောက်ထားမှာဘာလို့ဆိုတော့ introduction မှာတချို့ overview ပဲပြောမှာဆိုတော့နာမည်အတိအကျမပါဘူးเนาะအဲ့ဆို talk to the stranger ဘယ်သူပြောရလဲဆို stranger ပေါ့နော်
ဟုတ်
အဲ့မှာတချို့လေအဲ့ restaurant မှာ तू ကဒီ stranger ကိုတွေ့ရတော့မဟုတ်ဘူး restaurant ရဲ့အရှိမတွေ့ရနော်အဲ့တော့ he went into a town and အဲ့ဒါလေးနည်းနည်းအပေါ်စာဒီကောင်နော်ဒီမှာ call it called one called which is called after 20 years this book began with a cop searching for someone on the cold and dark night I like this line he went into town and found a restaurant and found a stranger, you know, in front of the restaurant found a SDRE. to the stranger. Stranger ဘယ်မှာရှိရလဲဆိုတော့ in front of သူကမတ်တရက်နေလားလား
ဟုတ်တယ်
standing in front of a restaurant နော် နော်ကျွန်တော်ရေးလိုက်ပို့ကောင်းမှာနော်အလဲရ line လေးတော်တော်ကြိုက်တယ်ဒီချင်း okay let's go to body paragraph you know body paragraph ပြပါမယ်နော် paragraph ရေတော့မဟုတ်ဘူး body part လေးကိုသွားလိုက်နော် okay Mika have you finished Dura have you finished
No, Chair, I have a
Uh,
finished
Cô
lecture.
lại
okay Dura pull like yes it's a book that I like to request to you on a cold and dark night a cot searches for someone in he wants into town and located in front of restaurant. I was able to compass with a stranger. He went into town and located in front of restaurant where he was able to converse with a stranger. And ဒီမှာဒီချက်နည်းနည်းလေးပဲကျန်တဲ့ဟာလေးကိုအဆင်ပြေနော်ဒီနည်းနည်းလေးပြင်ပြီးသားရှိရယ် after 20 years after 20 years is a book that I like to propose to you that I like to propose to you to review လို့ရနော် or on a cold and dark night a cop searches for someone in this book အဲ့မှာလေးချေဒီမှာ a cop searches for someone ဆိုရပြီနော်ဘာလို့ဆို in this book ဆိုတာဒီချေကဒီ book ကို review လုပ်မယ်ဆိုတာကိုအပေါ်မှာသူကထည့်ရေးပြောရဆိုတော့ဒီချေအဲ့ဒါမလို့တော့နော်အဲ့ဒါထည့်လိုက်ရင်သူက story overview နဲ့မတူတော့ဘူးဖြစ်သွားတယ်အဲ့ဒါလေးထည့်လိုက်မယ်ပြီးသွားရင် he went into town and located in front of a restaurant where he was able to converse with a stranger in front of the restaurant where he able to converse conversation ကိုပြောချင်တာလား အဲ့ဒါက brush လေး okay where he was able to converse with a stranger ပေါ့နော် stranger ဒီမှာမသိဘူးဆိုတော့ဒီမှာဒီကျတော့လေ located ဆိုတာဒါနေရာယူရဲဆိုတဲ့ပေါ့နော် तू ကကျတော့ searching လုပ်နေတာဆိုတော့လေအဲ့မှာကျတော့ stop လို့ရေးလိုက်လဲကောင်းတယ် he went into the town and stopped in front of a restaurant အဲ့ဒါလေးပို့ကောင်းတယ်နော် stop in front of a restaurant where he was able to converse with a stranger okay ဒါလေး သူကဒီချက်ကိုအပေါ်ကဟိုဟာလေးမရေးပေးဘူးနော် title ရယ် author ရယ် genre ရယ်လေ
Ủa?
အားလေးကြံခဲ့ရလား
ဟုတ်
အဲ့ဒါလေးမမင်းနဲ့နော်သူကပြီးတော့ရှိလဲ Minka is on your in the middle of writing are you in the middle of writing
Yeah, I'm in the middle of writing, Chair.
So for those who have finished the introduction, please proceed to the body of the review.
Teacher, I sent the whole book review.
Oh, yes. Thank
Also
you.
the introduction. Also the conclusion.
Okay. Also the conclusion. Okay, I see. I see this one. So confused. The old man told something about his life, and the man told something else. His wife repeated his something about his old friend. A few moments later, the cop and the man said goodnight to each other, and the cop left while the man stood there believing his old friend would come if he was still alive. Cobb thought that this meeting could not be possible, so he decided to wait. Moments later, the tall man in a long coat approached the man and told the man he was their old friend.ဒီမှာလေးပဲချိန်တက်တော့အောင်နော်ရေးတဲ့ဒီမှာလေး in conclusion I recommend this book for teenager is good to read ပြီးတော့ပါလဲ Okay. This teenager is good to read and has a nice clean plot twist in the end, which might make your eyes open. Alright. While he was working, the cop observed the man and saw the quite few jewels. Jewels ကသူ့အတွက် quite few jewels ကအထုတ်လိုက်တွေ့တာမဟုတ်ဘူး။ तू ကဝတ်ဆင်ထားတာမလား။ သူဝတ်ထားတာနော်။အဲ့ jewels တွေက तू ဝတ်ထားတာလေ။သူ့ရဲ့လက်ပတ်နာရီတို့ဘာလို့မလား
Yes.
အဲ့တော့ဒီလိုအဲ့ဒါလေးနည်းနည်းကြည့်တာနော်အဲ့ဆိုအဲ့ဟာမပြောရှင် plot ကနည်းနည်းပြောင်းသွားလိမ့်မယ် तू က jewels တွေတဲလာသလိုဖြစ်နေနော်အဲ့တော့ and a man wearing WEAR and wearing quite a few jewels the man told something about his life and predicted something about his old friend a few moments later the cop and the man said goodnight to each other and then the cop left while the man stood there believing his old friend will come would would come if he was still alive on it the cop thought that this meeting could not be possible so he decided to wait cop didn't wait in fact cop ကမဆောင် cop ကထွက်သွားပြီလေအဲ့မှာကဘာပြောချင်တာလဲ The cop thought that this meeting could not be possible so he decided to wait moments later the tall man in a long coat approached the man အဲ့ဒါဘာပြောချင်တာလဲ Hello Mr. Zolinto
Saudama.
Mm.
Such a meeting could not be certain, but he waited.
Okay, but he waited.
About 20 minutes, he waited. Oh, the man will be on.
Yes, stranger.
About 20 minutes, he waited, and then a tall man in a long coat came hurrying across the street. He went directly to the waiting man.
Yes. So who is waiting? In fact, the stranger, right? အဲ့မှာစောင့်နေတဲ့သူက ဟိုတော့ဆက်ဆောင်နေရလीမဖြစ်တော့မဖြစ်နိုင်ဆိုတော့မဖြစ်နိုင်ဆိုတော့ cop ကတည်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ဆက်ဆောင်နေတာကြောင့်သူမဟုတ်ဘူး
he ကိုနည်းနည်း pronoun တစ်ချက်မှားသွားလို့ he ကို cop လို့ထင်ပါ
ဩဒီအဲ့မှာဒီကျတော့လေအဲ့မှာကအပေါ်မှာအရှိမ cop ရေးထားတဲ့ကြောင့် he ကိုထည့်တာမှန်တယ်အဓိကလူလွဲနေရလားလို့ဘာလို့လဲဆိုတော့ကျတော့ the cop ကတော့ the it could not be possible ကမှန်တယ် but ဒါမဲ့ but ဖြစ်မယ်နော်ဘသူ wait decided to wait က तू ကမဆောင် तू ကထွက်သွားပြီလေဟုတ်တယ်မလား story မှာ तू ကထွက်သွားတာဆိုတော့ cop က left လေခုနကတော့ဒီMr. Zomino အပေါ်မှာလည်းပြောထားတယ်လေအပေါ်မှာလည်းပြောထားတယ် तू စိတ်ကိုပိုင်လုပ်ပြီးတော့ left လောက်သွားတယ်ထွက်သွားတယ်လို့ပြောရတယ်ဒါဆိုရှင်ဒီမှာဆက်ဆောင်နေတဲ့ तू က stranger ဖြစ်မှာပေါ့နော်ဟုတ်လား stranger လို့ရေးချင်လားဘယ်လိုရေးချင်လဲအိမ်သားလေးမှာဒီမှာတော့နာမည်တော့တခုမှမသုံးထားဘူးเนาะ
ဟောမတော့
ဒါဆိုရင် decided to wait ဒီစောင့်မှုအတွက်ဆုံးဖြတ်ထားတာဘာတူလဲ
man
that the man decided to wait moments later a tall man in a long coat approached to approach to the man and told the man that he was the old friend the man has been waiting for but that was not his old friend
ပြင်လိုက်တဲ့ version လေးပြန်ပို့လိုက်
okay ပြင်လိုက်တဲ့ version လေးဒီချက်ပြန်ပို့ပေးလို့ပြောလားဒီချက်ဒီမှာပြင်ပေးနေနော်
မဟုတ်
ဟုတ်
I fixed
ပြင်လိုက်တာ alright
body ပဲပို့လိုက်တော့
I was talking of certain the man told the things about his life prejudice something about his hobby Bob and man said to each other and the court left while the man stood there believing his old friend will come if he was still alive the court thought that his meeting could not be possible 20 minutes later a tall man in a long coat approached to the man and told the man that he was the old friend of the man has been waiting for but that was not actually his old friend actually ထည့်လိုက်ပို့ကောင်းမယ်နော် that was not actually his old friend ဒါဆိုရင်လည်းရှင်းပြပါဦး okay ဒါဆိုရင်ပြင်စရာအများကြီးမရှိဘူး actually လောက်ပဲနည်းနည်းလေးပြင်ရမယ် conclusion ကြည့်ပြီးမယ်နော် in conclusion I recommend this this story ဖြစ်မယ်နော် this story to teenagers it's a great book to read and has a nice and clean plot twist in the end which might make your eyes open great very nice okay so how about the rest of the class you guys finished Mika next one is Tura ပြီလား
ပြီးတော့မယ်
ပြီးတော့မယ်ပြီးတော့မယ်အဲ့ဆိုပြီးတော့ခါသူရရောသူရ
ပို့တော့ပို့လေ
ကိုတော့ပို့လိုက်ပြီ okay တွေ့ပြီနော်ဒီချက်ဒီ what's the most previous thing you can produce officer ran into a man who was standing near the talking restaurant and this the man explained the officer about the friend who agreed to meet him at the place after 20 years later. အဲ့မှာလေ after 20 years the man explained the officer about the friend who agreed to meet him at the place after 20 years. The officer was watching the man and saw a lot of diamonds as he was chatting. The man shared some information about his life and made a prediction over his older friend. The officer and the guy said the final and a few seconds ago. Final answer ကဘာကိုပြောချင်တာလဲ The officer and the guy said final answer.
သူနှစ်ယောက်နှုတ်ဆက်စကားပြောတဲ့အချိန်
ဟုတ်ပြီဒီကျတော့အဲ့ဒါဆိုလို့ရှိရင် say goodbye လို့ပြောရတဲ့အခါမှာဘာလေးပို့သုံးနေလဲဆိုတော့ဟုတ်တယ် say goodbye လို့ပြောတာပိုကောင်းမယ်နော်ဆိုတော့ final answer ကကြာနည်းနည်းရောသွားနိုင်တယ်အဲ့တော့ the officer and the guy said goodbye a few seconds later ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဆိုတော့အကိုကကြတော့မကြသေးခင်ဖြစ်သွားမှာပေါ့အဲ့တော့ later a few seconds later သူတို့ conversation ပြောပြီးသွားတဲ့ခဏလောက်မှာသူတို့ say goodbye လုပ်ကြတယ်နှုတ်ဆက်ကြတယ် then the cop walked away ဒါလေးပေါ့နော်အဲ့မှာကနည်းနည်းလေးပါပဲသူကလည်းပေါ်ဟာအကောင်စီတည်း the officer and the guy said goodbye a few seconds ago and the later a few seconds later the call and the cop walked away, leaving the man standing there, hoping that his old partner would return if he so I stay alive. Okay. ဒါကဟွာကိုရေးထားတာနော်ဒီကျတော့အဲ့မှာဟွာသူ့ကိုဖတ်ချင်အောင်နောက်ထပ်ဆွဲဆောင်မဲ့ဒီ drawing audience ကို drawing လုပ်တဲ့ drawing intention လုပ်တဲ့ဘိုင်လေးနည်းနည်းလေးလိုနေတယ်နော်အဲ့တော့သူကဗာလေးစိတ်ရမှာလဲဆိုတော့ဒီကျတော့အခုပြီးသွားတဲ့အထိကကောင်းတယ်ပြီးသွားတဲ့အထိမှာဒီနည်းနည်းလေးပဲပြင်ပေးလိုက်တယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ start goodbye အမ set ကနှစ်ခါလောက်ပြီးသွားSaid goodbye to a few seconds later, and the cop walked away. Or cop cut leaving the man standing there, and hoping that his old partner would return if he was alive. အဲ့ဒီကောင်းတယ်အဲ့တော့သူပြန်ရောက်လာမယ်ဆိုရှင်ကြံနေခဲ့တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ကျတို့ဒီ end ကိုဒီ story ရဲ့ ending ကိုမပြောပြရဘူးဆိုပေမဲ့ဒီမှာလောက်သွားတဲ့ twist လေးကိုလေခုနကတော့Mr. Zomito ပြောသလိုမျိုးပဲဒီချက်ကိုနည်းနည်းလေးပြောပြပြီနော်အဲ့တော့ तू ကဒီမှာ old partner စောင့်နေတဲ့ထီကဟုတ်တယ်အဆင်ပြေသွားပြီဒါပေမဲ့နောက်ဆုံးမှာတယောက်ရောက်လာတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့ဒီတယောက်ကသူ့ရဲ့ partner မဟုတ်ခဲ့ဘူးအဲ့လိုပုံစံမျိုးပဲဖြစ်တယ်နောက်ဆုံးမှာတော့တယောက်ရောက်လာတယ်အဲ့တယောက်မှဆုံးခဲ့လိုက်နောက်ဆုံးမှာ तू ပြန်တွေ့သွားတဲ့ကြီးကဘာလို့ဆိုတော့ဒီချက်ကပြန်တွေ့တဲ့ဟာအထီကမှဒါ recommend နဲ့မှာဒါထည့်ရမယ် sorry recommend အောင်ပြော review ထဲမှာဒါထည့်ရမှာနော်ဘာလို့ဆိုတော့ तू ကဇီဇလန်းကိုအရှိန်တက်အောင်လုပ်ပေးမယ် तू လေ तू နောက်ဆုံးမှာတယောက်တော့ရောက်လာတယ်အဲ့တော့ဘာဆက်ဖြစ်မလဲဆိုတာတော့ကောက်ကိုဖတ်ဖို့ဆိုပြီးတော့ပြောလဲရတယ်ဒါမှမဟုတ်လို့ရှင်ဟိုဒီ Mr. Zolin တို့ရေးထားသလိုမျိုးပဲပြောလဲရတယ်နော်နည်းနည်းလေး तू ကနည်းနည်းလေးတစ်ချက်ကိုတစ်ချောင်းတော့ထပ်ထည့်ပေးပါလားဟုတ်ပြီအဲ့ဆိုသူတို့ကကြတော့ဒီချက်ကိုအဲ့ဒါလေးပြင်ပြီးတော့လေပြန်ပြီးတော့ပို့ပေးနော်ပြန်ပို့ပေးဆိုတော့ဒီချက် Viber မှာအခုက3:39ဖိုင်တွေလဲစာမောနေလာပြီအဲ့တော့ Viber မှာဒီချက်ကိုဟွာနေပြီးတော့ private chat ကပဲပြင်လမ်းပြီးတော့ပို့ထားပေးလိုက်နော်အရေးပြီးသွားတဲ့ခါကျရင်ဒီချက်ပြန်စစ်ပေးပါမယ် No a stranger told the cop what happened 20 years ago finally they all met together if you know what happened after you you need to read the book till the end Okay, we know the stranger to the cop at 11. Finally, they all met together. If you know, the review is If you know what happened, after, you need to read the book till the end. The review ကတော်တော်ကျန်းတယ် Okay အဲ့တော့ Pino ကဒီချက်ကို in conclusion လေးကြည့်လိုက်မယ်နော် I recommend it if you're interested in drama fiction after reading this book you will have lots of thoughts Okay ဒီမှာလေးဒီချက်ကို Pino နည်းနည်းလေးပဲထပ်ပြီးထည့်ပေးနော်အဲ့ဒါဘာလဲဆိုတော့ if you know what happened after you need to read the book till the end ကကြတော့လေအဲ့ဒါကိုဖြုတ်ပြီးတော့ဒီချက်ကိုဘာလေးထည့်ပေးမလဲဆိုလို့ရှိရင် အဲ့သူ့ရဲ့ဇာတ်ကြောင်းလေးနည်းနည်းလေးထပ်ပြီးထည့်ပေးမယ်ထည့်ပေးပြီးတော့တဲ့အခါကျလို့ရှိရင်ဒီသူ့ကိုလည်းဟုတ်တယ်ဒီဇလန်းကိုတော့ဝက်မှာထားခဲ့ရမှာကိုထားပြီးတော့တဲ့အခါကျလို့ရှိရင်ဘာတွေဆက်ဖြစ်မလဲဆိုတာကိုဒီစာအုပ်ထဲမှာပေါ့နော်ကြည့်စာအုပ်ထဲမှာဖတ်ကြည့်လို့ရတယ်ဆိုပြီးတော့ရေးပေးတာပို့ပြီးဆိုဖြစ်တယ်
ဟုတ်
နော်အဲ့လေးနည်းနည်းပြီးပြီးတော့ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်သူရတီချာပြောပြလိုက်လား
Học rồi.
Okay ဒါဆိုရင် Fino ပြီးတော့မင်းခန့်နော်မင်းခန့် are you stay there မင်းခန့် have you finished မင်းခန့်ထွက်သွားပြီ okay so please send it to me on the group or maybe you may send to me via the personal chat too okay have a great day guys thank you very much
Thank you very much.
you're very welcome